Hi everyone, welcome to Tom's Man Shed. Okay, this review is on, as you can see, a torque wrench I've just got from Amazon. I'll just put my specs on. This is one of 3 videos I'm recording all at the same time using the same setup outside and that, because they're all linked in a certain way. It's not a 3-part video, it's 3 separate reviews, but they've all got a bit of a tie-in with each other. One is a review on this, which is a digital torque gauge, and I'm going to be using that to check the accuracy of this torque wrench. And again, I used the torque wrench to check this, and also this, which is a cordless ratchet driver from Lidl's. I shall put cards at the end of this, the 2 square things at the very end of this video, on these 2 items. But like I said, they're all linked, and you'll notice the setup outside is the same for them all. But like I said, this is on the torque wrench. Now, the reason I got this was for years and years, I can't remember how many years, 20 at least years, I've had this, which is a Draper torque wrench. I'm not sure the range this goes to. 80 Newton meters from 10 to 80 Newton meters. But it has gone wrong. You adjust it with that screw at the back, move that into your required setting, and tighten that up. And you know how torque wrenches work. If you don't, it will be shown in this. But and as you get to a certain torque that you set, it clicks and you know you've reached it. Well, it doesn't. It's packed up. Used to work great. Doesn't matter where you put it now. It just doesn't click. It's just basically a normal handle for a socket. It's torque capability has gone. Don't know whether it's repairable or not, but I thought, why not? Let's get a new one. So this is the one I've got. So before I show it you in what's in the box, I'll just show you on Amazon the one I picked, and I'll show you another couple of others. There's loads and loads and loads, all with different torque, you know, the minimum and the maximum, and they'll go to different physical sizes, different amount of teeth in the ratchet. As you know, there's a plethora of them to go through. So I've just picked 3 sort of similar ones, including this. So let's have a quick look at them now. Okay, this is the one I got, as you can see, $32.99 it was, 33 quid. There's all the guff on it, calibration certificate with the number on it. That's what you get, the thing, the case, and 3 adapters. They're all pretty similar, these 3 I'm going to be showing you. But if you look at the details, they do vary quite often. This one is 41 centimetres long. And they do 2. They do this one, the 4-piece set, and the 16-piece set, which has loads of sockets in, as you can see as well. But I didn't need that, so I've got tons and tons of sockets, so I chose that one. It's, as you can see, 20 to 120 Newton meters. Now, a couple of the other ones, there's this one. This is 90 tooth, which is even finer ratchet than my 71 tooth one. And it's 20 Newton meters to 220 Newton meters. So for not much more, you're getting a finer ratchet and a much greater maximum sort of measurement, 220. But the trouble is with that, it is 551 centimeters long. So it's another 10 centimeters longer, which is quite a bit. So it's quite a bulky thing. And I'm never going to need anything up to 220 on anything I've got. But yeah, big truck wheels, maybe, I don't know. But there's that. And then the other one I saw was this one. Again, you've got a 10 to 60 Newton meters one there. It's just quite a lightweight one, that. And then this 20 to 140, that is a 90 tooth ratchet. 20 Newton meters more than this for just a bit more. So you pays your money, you takes your choice. They're all pretty similar, as you can see. They're pretty similar features. Just different coloured rings that you pull back. Okay, so this is the one I picked. So that's what it comes in. Quite a nice little case. Slide that off, and in the case it's got metal clasps. These nice there. And that is what is in the case. I'll put it down here and take the bits out so I don't drop anything on my keyboard or whatever. So you've got your operating instructions. Tells you how to adjust it there. I won't freeze frame these. You can just freeze the screen yourself and the other side of it. Oh, the other side of it is in German. So yeah, we've got the red bit in English and the blue bit in German. So that's all you need to know. There is a calibration certificate, as there is with that digital gauge. So I'll put a link up here for the review on this digital gauge. Check that out if you like. And here's your again. Sorry, I thought it might have been German one side and British the other, but no. So there's your, there's a date at the bottom, 2023, last year. And in the case itself, you get the wrench, and you get a little extension piece. You get an adapter from 1/2 inch, 3/8 or whatever, down to there. And you get the little tiny adapter. Again, that goes on there like that. Or the other adapter goes on like that. So yeah, it's a so it's a 3/8 drive there, I think. That'll put you up to 1/2 inch, and that'll put you down to whatever size it is. I'll put the measurements on the screen here. Forget what that little small one is, and your extension piece, and a little silica gel pack, and the unit itself. Now, like I said, on that one, to adjust it, you loosened that knob there and then twisted that round to set it, and then tightened it up. On this one, you pull this orange collar back like that. Now, again, this mic will be cancelling the clicking out. So that's the length of it. Again, I'll put the length on the screen underneath. And to set it, I'm going to show you very close up in a minute under the overhead camera, which it makes it a lot clearer. But once you've pulled that back, that enables you to turn that, and it turns a lot easier than that other one did. And then once you've got your setting and you line up this ridge, the edge of this black bit, with these lines, I'll show you how you go down the line and how you get it bang on. And once you've got it set, you let go of that, and that locks it on. You've got foot-pounds one side and Newton meters the other. And again, on this gauge here, you've got the Newton meters there, 3, 4 and so on, and the foot-pounds there. Like I said, I'll be going into close-up with them for that. And the range is, again, I'll put it on the screen below, but the range is 20 to 120. Now, the ratchet on this is 71 clicks. You've noticed on the Amazon ones I showed you, there's one even finer at 90 teeth, 90 clicks. What that means is, as you're coming up and it's against the ratchet, the finer the clicks, the less you have to move it. So in a confined space, you wouldn't have to move it so much to do it. And if you listen, I'm going to turn the noise cancelling off on my microphone, so you'll hear some background noise there now. But if I don't, you won't hear the clicking. So, okay, so the noise cancelling's off now. You'll be picking up a bit of background noise, PC fan and stuff, but it should enable you to hear the clicks. And if you listen how fine this is. As I turn it. So like I said, that's 71 clicks for one complete turn. And the old one, you can physically feel a lot of a bigger gap between each click. So this is 45 clicks. So like I said, to get one click on this, you might have to move it sort of that amount. On the other one, you'd probably only have to move it that amount. Right, I'll reset the mic how it was now. Okay, and obviously that is your little lever there for going from tightening to slackening off. And when you've got your socket on, I'll just use this extension to show you. You push this button in. It's one of them you push in. That's locked on now. Push the button and it comes off. You can see the little thing come out the end to push the socket off. So that's it. Let's have a look at it now on the overhead camera and I'll show you how exactly you set the settings. Okay, so to adjust it backwards and forwards, you pull this orange knob in here. If you don't pull that in, you just twisting that as hard as I can and it won't turn. So you pull that in and then you can turn it either way. And you take your reading from this scale here. So I'm going to zoom in now. So you won't see this orange knob, but like I said, every time I'm adjusting it, I'm pulling it in. It's dead easy to do. You pull that in with your two fingers while you're gripping it with your hand like that. So I'll just zoom in on this bit now so you can see it a bit better. So you can see we're on now the Newton meters scale. You can see there, 20 to 120 Newton meters. If we physically turn the whole thing around, you can see that's the foot-pounds scale. So we go on to the Newton meters. It's a bit easier to show. And at the moment, we've got this slid so far down, it's off the scale. It starts there where it says 20, but you follow the line down. So that point there, you line this edge up here, this black one up with that point there, and that will be at 20 Newton meters with this naught line bang on it. So if we turn that in now, just turn that around till so the black rim is nearly at it, and you can see there it's bang on. So that would be set now at 20 Newton meters. If we just move this on a bit, that would be 21. So like I say, you can take your reading here, 20, and then down here, so it'd be 21 Newton meters. The scale on this side is for the foot-pounds. So that's 22 Newton meters, 23, 24, 25, 26, right round to 29. So that would be 29 Newton meters. And then as you see, when we get round to that next one, we are now down to the 30 Newton meter stripe, the very beginning of that. And you do that right the way up to your 120 Newton meters here. The other side goes up in sort of like strange numbers. Again, we'll whiz it right down to the bottom again. So you can see the scale here, foot-pounds. Foot-pounds starts at 14.8 foot-pounds. And then the next one up is 22.1. So this time you take your readings from this side. So again on naught, you get it up to the 14.8. So there we're at the 14.8 foot-pounds stripe, this black edge. And like I say, it's this reading here, the foot-pounds one, not that 5. So naught there, we will be at 14.8. Next one round is, you would add 0.7, so 14.8 and 0.7 is 15.5, and then 14.8 plus 1.5, and so on up. And if you keep adding that 2.2 and 3 and 3.7 and 4.4, it will then get you to the next one. There, so we've got the naught foot-pounds line lined up, and that is now at the bottom of the 22.1. It's certainly a lot easier on the Newton meters one, going up in increments of 10. But the main thing to remember is when you're taking your reading, it's the bottom of this stripe. So the 31, it's not level with the top there. You wouldn't screw this piece up till it's at the top. It's at the bottom. Follow the 30 down to that stripe there. And that's when. The reason they do it that way is if you were lining it up with that, it'd be covering half the number up. You wouldn't know what number you were on. So that's 30. Follow that 41 down. That is 40. That is 50 there, and so on. But the rest of it looks, it seems to be nicely made. Quality of the castings looks pretty good. Nice orange anodizing or whatever. So, yeah, easy enough to set like any other. Now, you saw the printing on that was, it says it's laser etched. It looks like it's just paint, and I thought, oh, is that going to come off? Because on this, if you look at it on this, I'll just get it in focus. You can see on this one, it's like etched right into the thing. There's no chance of that ever rubbing off because it's like engraved into the metal. Whereas the one on this, you can see at the bottom, it looks like it's sort of like a goldy brown paint, but it is supposed to be laser etched on there. So we'll have to see how durable that is going to be, but I'll try my best to keep my fingers off it in use, not have greasy hands on. But yeah, I think the etched on one like the Draper is probably going to last longer than that, but we shall see. Again, it's something I'm not going to be using very often. So we've had a look at it overhead now. Let's have a look at it in action. I just set it up outside on the same sort of rig and the same sort of filming time as I've been filming this and this. And I use this, like I said, this has got its calibration certificate. The torque wrench has. You've got to sort of believe them, haven't you? You don't know how accurate it is, but there's somebody's name on it and a stamp, so I'm assuming it has actually been calibrated. And it does, as you'll see, I torque it up to think something like 40 Newton meters, and then this starts bleeping at 41 Newton meters. So they do seem to tally with each other. So let's have a look at this outside shot now, and you'll see what I mean. Okay, so I don't know whether you can see that, but I've got it set at 40 Newton meters. I don't know whether the camera's picking up, but I can show you it's set bang on at 40 Newton meters. So we're going to tighten this bolt now. So I'm just going to do it until we hear it click. Hang on. Yeah, that's doing it, yeah. So it's getting tight now. And you should hear any minute now the handle click. There. That movement there and that click. That's when it's reached 40 Newton meters. So what I'll do now is I'm going to put a stripe down there on the lined up with that stripe there. Don't know whether you can see that. Zoom in a bit. So you can see that's as far as that nut has gone at 40 Newton meters. And just to check how accurate it is, I've got this on, and just to see if it is actually 40 Newton meters, turn that on. See, we're on Newton meters on this torque gauge. If we hold that in, you can see there we're at 40 Newton meters. So it should alarm, start a bleep, a constant bleep. When I get to 40, I'll stop, and it shouldn't turn it anymore. So I'm just going to turn this around now. There, that was 40. When I'm approaching it, it beeps, and then a constant beep. As you can see, I actually got to 41.6, but yeah, it's near enough. So just to show you, it didn't do it any more than that. That socket's pretty tight on there. Wobble that off, and we'll now see, you can still see here it's in line, it hasn't put any more on it because I stopped at 40 Newton meters, and we'll see now if we can get any more turn on that with just a normal spanner. So yeah, you can see that went not a massive amount, but a massive amount of effort to get it that far, but you can see that has moved it on. So that just shows that yeah, I think the torque wrench is pretty accurate. When you set it at 40 Newton meters, it is 40 Newton meters. So there you have it. Seems to work okay, seems to be as accurate as they claim. Like I said, how durable it will be, I don't know. I do like this method of adjusting it, and it's a lot easier to turn than the Draper one was. This, like I say, it's about 20 years old, but it hasn't had much use. It's only working on my kit car, basically, that I've used it. So, I don't know, how often have I used it in that? 20, 30 times, something. And it has broke, so hopefully this will just last me along with as long for occasional use. I will be putting links to these two objects below. They are Amazon affiliated links, which means if you click on them and buy something from that browsing session, I get a small kickback. It just keeps this channel going. So if you are going to buy one, it'd be great if you could click one through that link. And I'll put, like I said, 2 tiles at the end on the 2 reviews of the torque, the digital torque gauge, and this Lidl's cordless ratchet. So once again, thanks for watching, and hope it has been of some use. If it has, please give me a thumbs up. If it hasn't, by all means give me a thumbs down. If you haven't already subscribed, it would be absolutely fantastic if you could. Please click the little picture here of the shed, and once you've done that, click the bell icon below and you'll be alerted to any uploads as soon as I do them. So don't know what the next one's going to be. It's like buses. There's 3 of them come at once because they've all been linked. So I don't know what my next one's going to be, but hopefully it won't be too long, and I hope to catch you for that. Thanks for watching this one. Bye for now.